there, welcome to ES 224, Design, Production and Utilization of Instructional Materials. This is the course that teaches you how, as a teacher in training, how to construct, design, produce and utilize various instructional materials that you have in classes. We all know instructional materials are those materials that we use to enhance or improve our learning so that the experience that the students have will last longer and effectively be utilized on students. So today we'll be working on letterings. Letterings is the act of constructing letters, alphabets, on any material that we want to use to teach. The materials that we want to use to teach carry images, carry information. But if we have to put information in words to form sentences, we have to know how to construct each letters on them properly. Why are we doing this? We have to do this because every information should be easily understandable, should be easily readable, should be easy for anyone that sees it to understand, rather than having it inconvenient to understand or read a sentence or a word on the instructional material. And you should consider various things before constructing letters. First of all, you need to consider the audience, number of audience you're using, that you're going to use the material. You need to consider the visual area, the room, the lightings of the environment, the colors that you're going to use to bring out these letters is also vital. And the size of the letters too. Letterings, like I want to say, we have the grid letterings that we use in this class. We have various types of letterings. But for this class and for instructional materials, we always prefer to use clearer letterings that are not ambiguous, that are not too stylish, that are not too hard or too fanciful to use. So we use three types of lettering. Basically, one is the grid lettering, the second one is the freehand lettering, and the third one is the stencil. That's different. So we're starting with the grid lettering first of all, which we have this format which we use for it. This is the format whereby all the letters are being constructed. We can see this for the capital letters and numbers too underneath it. While for small letters, we have this. For small letters, we have that. So the first thing to do is to get the borderline constructed. And how do we construct the borderline? Good. So when you draw this, we have our borderline now. You can see the borderline. This is the borderline that demarcates what is on it. So the next thing now for lettering is to now construct the grid lines. Those grid lines are those lines that cut across each one, which is going to guide us on what to do. So for the grid lines, we can use 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter on the vertical and on the horizontal. So we're going to draw this. All I just have to do is to trace out my 1 centimeter each on them. 1, 1, 1, 1. When you have constructed all your dots and lines, this is what it looks like this. You join all your. Ready? I'm not teaching people how to teach. I'm teaching this thing. Again. We're busy, Lord. There. So when you join the lines together, you form your own personal grid. So this is how your own grid looks like. So first thing is now to start following the guide that you have earlier on. So take note of the space that was left above. It means that no alphabet should touch the borderline. So you ensure you leave your spaces above and below before starting another line of letters or alphabets. It is always good to make your letters different or give that space between them so as to differentiate each lines from each other. So when you're starting your own, you leave this stop space and this edge too. If you look at the guideline that you have, this edge too as well was left. The one above too was left. So don't start anything from there. You should start from this second part and the second part. So all you just have to do now, for you to construct your letters, know the amount of spaces each alphabet cover. This is space 1, space 2, space 3 for alphabet A. Then there's a space 1 in between. 1 centimeter of space in between. Coming to the next one, you see alphabet B covering 1, 2, 3. On this horizontal space, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means this measurement or this alphabets are constructed by 3 centimeter by 5 centimeter. That's 3 by 5 centimeter. These are the measurements of this alphabet. You can use different measurements for your own, but for this practice session, you are to use 3 centimeter by 5 centimeter lettering. So starting with letter A now, you just come here and construct your own letter A. 1, 2, 3. This is the midpoint. So you just come, and this is you can letter it if you want. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can letter it if you want, so as to make you not miss the lines. Then you join it together, following the guide that you have been given. So this is the third one, and it comes down to this place. Okay. You come here. You can use a short ruler at this time to make it convenient for you. Then look at the A. The space in between the A comes in between this midpoint. So you do your own too like that. You come here. Then this place to cover up, and you have a letter A. So finally, we have come to the end of the construction of each letters, and this is what the end product is going to look like. You can see alphabet A, B, C. From the guidelines we have used, we have been able to get all these letters from them. Letter G, H to letter S. You can see how the letter S comes out so good.
The alphabet you have written in with marker like this. You can see the cross written out with marker. You can take your time to do this. This will add more to your mark by doing something like this. Or you can even have time to write out the colors in by painting the inside of it like this. You can see this area of a cone. Just try to write it out like this and paint the inside if you can. But if you can't, no problem, so as to save your time. But you can do something like this. This one is very necessary. You use color to bring out the pencil you have written.
Elongated lines have the head parts of them. Okay, so the head part is always on this aspect. So any letter that elongates above will have a part called the head. Okay, the second part of every letter is the body. The body, which is the main part of the letter. It is what makes that letter unique to itself. While the third part of the letter is the tail. Of letters is the tail. The tail of the letter shows us the letters that elongate downwards, like letter Y and letter G. So what we need freehand for is to help us, give us lines that will make all those letters fit to get a freehand lettering. We always prefer, for practice, try to use a 2 centimeter by 3 by 2 centimeter. When I say 2 centimeter, that means the head part will go for good like this. So we have this formulated here. So we start our letterings now. Letter A, B, C, D. You can do it in capital letters, you can do it in small letters, but here now, let's go with small letters. In the body, capital letters, small letter A goes in the body like this. This is letter A. The letter B now has to go because it has a upper part. Then you come down here and construct this. Letter C goes into the box. Letter D has the head part, so it comes from the upper part down into this place. Letter E, all the body goes into this place. Letter F has the lower part. So letter F actually goes up. There's always an argument about letter F being like this or like this. We always have an argument like that, but this is more preferable for letter F. Okay, letter G has a tail part, so this goes like this. Okay, letter H goes like this. Letter I, letter J goes this way. Depending on how you want to write it. K goes like this. The body has this thing that looks like less than, and the longer tail has goes up. L goes up, so L comes like this. M goes into the body. N goes into the body too. O, depending on how you want to write it, it's capital letter O. You know definitely it's going to go this way. For the capital letters, this is how it's going to end up looking like. You know, from the head to the body, just have A, B, C, D, E, F like that, and it goes on. Look at this one too. This is what it's going to look like. Capital letter A, B, C, D, E, F like that. For the small